jumped up and down too fast. Oh, my knee. Ow. Oh, thank you for 500. You heard it. We have just hit 500 subscribers. Wow. 500 subscribers. Whew. This is very, very great. And I'd like to thank you guys so much because this would not have been possible without you. So without further ado, I'm going to set a few things up and then we're going to do some special things today in honor of us hitting 500. A huge milestone. Bigger than hitting 200, 300, even 400. 500. That is the number. Wow, okay. Well, I've been going on for about 50 seconds now, so let me start preparing and we will have some fun. I'm looking at you. So, let's get right into this with my W intro.
This is a test. This
Still setting up here, but I thought I might add, like, as I speak, YouTube notifications are pouring in right now from people saying, you've hit 100, or not 100, 500. But yeah, once again, thank you for that. We will be ready in a few moments. This guy is being slow. I'm having to use this guy because my thing for my MacBook broke, so, and I might have also smashed it, so yeah, we have to use this old thing, but it's whatever. Be right back. There we go. Kind of looks weird on camera, but this is supposed to be a blue background. But anyways. So, once again, I'd like to thank you for 500 subscribers. Thank you for 500 subscribers. Alright, now that we're officially fully set up, we can actually get on with this video. So, today, I don't know, we're just going to kind of do whatever I feel like it. So, let's start off with my panels, because I've gotten a lot of questions and, like, stuff about this panel and specifically. So, we're going to go into detail about it. Here it is. I'm actually going to turn the emergency light on so you guys can see this. Got the emergency light on, I just killed the power. So right here is my Firelight Miniscan 112. So I'm just going to kind of show you everything here. So here's your transformer. This panel's about 30 years old, by the way, I might mention that. So we've got zones 3 through 4 right here. This is an extender card. This is technically just a 1-zone panel, but it's upgradable up to 4 zones, which is what pretty much everyone did. And so as you can see, I have it resisted here, and that's because it won't work here. But it doesn't really matter anyway, because it's still in trouble. And yes, I do have this disabled right now, because this is still pulled from when I did my pulling fire alarms video. So if you haven't seen that, please check that out. So this is disabled. See, it'll go off. But there that is. This is a Potter rebranded RSGT bar. You have your dry alarm circuits. You've got your annunciator. Yes, this can have an annunciator, but they're very hard to find and they're very rare. You have supervised and output circuits. You have your input right here, which should have a cover over it. Same with this one. Well, technically this one does, but this one should too. But it's old, doesn't matter. You have your bell circuits, which are fried. You have your reverse polarity circuit, which I'm using. Supervised zone, which no one uses. We have zone 1 for this detector. We have zone 2, which is this. And zones 3 through 4 are not being, 3 through 4 aren't being used. This button right here is to do a power cycle, so I actually really like this feature. I feel like newer panels should also have this, but basically if the panel's glitching out, and yes, I actually have had to use that before, but if your panel's glitching out, like everything's reset, but the alarm's it's just glitching out, just press this button right here. As you can see, it just kills all the power to it. You can hear that transformer die, and let it go, it comes back on. So, do it again. Oh, I think it's stuck now. There. So here it is, you can kind of see. So these are removable cards, so I could rip this out if I wanted to, same with this one. But that's why they're so finicky too. Here's this plate, just your annunciation plate, so nothing crazy. But yeah, and yes, I do store all my exit sign pieces in here because I don't really use this panel. Guys, let me know in the comments, do you want to see more system tests with this panel? Because frankly, I haven't really been doing much with this system right here. So, I don't know, because technically it is a fire alarm system, which means it deserves some love, so I don't know about you guys, but, and I still need to put in the screws to hold this thing in. Right now it's just loose. And yes, there is millions of troubles because this panel is so old and glitchy. I will demonstrate it. Yeah, that piezo is way too loud. So, yep, I tried to get it normal. I did everything right, but this panel's just kind of cooked. Very cool, though, and very rare, so I'm glad I have it, but classic here. Anyways, we have this panel. This panel does have batteries. And actually, okay, I'm going to give you some behind the scenes on this one. So, when I first got this panel, I accidentally hit the battery trouble light, which was on. So, as you can see, the battery trouble light is not on, even though there's no batteries. But that's because I accidentally knocked it with my screwdriver, so it burnt out. So technically that would be on, but we don't have to tell anyone that it's in trouble. Anyways, obviously this system is normal for the right reasons, no cheating. Everything has end of lines, everything is good. Got batteries, no bypasses. So, fun fact, the reason why I'm using the wrong connector here is because the security system over here for the house, here's an example. There's some contacts. Contacts on every door and window, even the upstairs windows have contacts. Here it is. So I'm actually using the connectors from that panel in this panel because this panel, I lost them. When I was really little, I was messing around with this thing and I lost it somehow. So I had to salvage that, but thankfully, the connectors from the mini scan panel, I was able to retrofit into this panel. Is it right? No, absolutely not. You should not be doing this, but it works. Obviously, the display, everything's personalized. Have our wiring here, very messy, I know. But yeah, also I should reset that, or that might have updated already. Yeah, it is daylight savings time, so I updated the security system already, but I'm pretty sure this automatically does it, but not 100% sure. But yeah, anyways. Well, as of around 4 p.m., I believe, we hit 500 subscribers. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyways, something I haven't talked about a lot is I know there's no conduit, but I kind of zip tied these wires together so it wasn't so, because if you remember before, they were all like everywhere. So I did zip tie these down. Fair warning, this is going to be a long video, just for sake of like, this is a big moment. So this is going to be a long video, so, yeah, so here's the wiring diagram. So yeah, grab your popcorn. If you aren't able to watch this, I'll remember to add it to watch later so you can come back on it. But for this panel does not have wiring diagram. So it's online. If you just search up Firelight Miniscan 112, you can usually find something there. But here it is. I have my panel here. This is your wiring diagram for it. There it is. Pretty cool. So, I mean, there's not much about this panel. I mean, all I have to say is this is a massive motherboard for a conventional panel. This addressable panel has a smaller motherboard than this thing, which I think is funny, but I don't know. I love this panel, so I can't complain. I did add some stickers. I got the Apple sticker and then this sticker. And this is like more of a magnet here, but that's cool. So this I also got from my MacBook when I got it in the box. Or no, this is when I got my Apple TV. Never mind. Yes, because Apple TVs still come with Apple stickers. So, yeah, I just bought a new Apple TV, so I got a sticker with it. Anyways, here I got a heat detector, and this heat detector, I actually just got this and put it on, so I haven't even looked at it yet. I just kind of threw it up there, but it works. This is a rate of rise, and I'm kind of debating if I should, because if you get this to its fixed temperature, it'll actually shoot off. It'll like explode kind of. And I'm kind of thinking about doing that for this special, but I think I'm actually going to save that for the 1000 special, because I only have one of these, and I just got it, so I don't really want to blow it up quite yet, because it will permanently activate. But I have turned the emergency light off. So I might as well show you my downstairs haul. I have some more devices upstairs, but these are the devices that I use frequently or just kind of have down here because they're new. I don't know why this is here. But, and, okay. You might be wondering why I have this extension cord, and that's because we're going to be setting this off in a few minutes. So, stay tuned for that. But, alright, I guess I will pull everything. So, this is my BB10. I have 2 of these in my collection. This is my IDP photo by Silent Night. This is a non-branded by Silent Night. This is an H355 heat detector by Firelight. This is another IDP photo because it was rebranded by Silent Night. Same with this one. Coming down here, we have the Silent Night PSH-DATK. Pulls like that. We have my Edward Siga, or my EST Siga. I have my EST270A SPO. I have my other BG10, which is broken, unfortunately. Well, it's not broken, it's just the lock is not fried. It is snapped, unfortunately. I have my BG12. There you go. And the alarms are going to go off for this one because I'm going to pull every one of these. So I'm going to get my ear protection on real fast. All right, I have my BG12. My Fire Control Instruments NS-7S, and my EST Siga. I don't know if you guys could hear me there, but I did try to yell out the mile numbers. But anyways, as you know, that pull station is pulled, so we should reset that so we can give that a quick pull. Here are my keys. We are going to need these, so finally got a lanyard for them so that we will look at these 2 panels next. So this is very horribly mounted. I am very aware of that. I was sick when I put this up, so I didn't really want to make it that nice. And also, this thing hates closing. Oh, of course. Yeah, this thing is really old. This was like one of my first ever fire alarm devices. So it might be a little... Yeah, that ain't gonna do it. I guess we're just gonna have to do it the old school way. This is ridiculous. I hate this pull. I don't even know why I put this up here in the first place. This thing was broken. Alright. Resetting the fire alarm panel. opening that. And there you go. So I'll just leave that open. Resetting the EST SIGA. If I can find my key here. This probably isn't gonna work, but yeah, okay. Not even gonna try that. Yep, and a whole bunch of stuff is gonna fall out, but I don't care. This is my AutoCall 4050001T in red. These do come in black, but most commonly is in red. I believe SER Safety has a few of these in both colors, and then I believe Fire Alarm Dude 5967 also either has them or made a video on them. But yeah. I think I mentioned that in a previous system test a while back. But speaking of which, there is a pull station on the shelf that I am going to switch this station out for at some point. I mean, there's like two options that are like pretty obvious, but I'm not gonna say because I want it to be a surprise. Also, I did put this in. I don't know why. I just thought it was kind of cool, so I put it up. It's battery operated only. There's no way to even power it through regular power, but I guess we'll give it a test. So yeah, I mean, not anything too crazy. So unfortunately, I'm not able to set off the security system, but I will do that at some point. I will make a separate video on that to kind of add to this video. But anyways, we will hit reset. System all normal. Thank you for 500. All right, also, guys, so what I'm about to do is going to be really stupid. And I don't know why I'm going to torture myself doing this, but this thing has been down here since 2012, and I haven't touched this thing since I was a little baby. So this has been here for like 3 years, hasn't moved. But I think today I'm going to try and ride it for 500 subscribers. So this will be the first time I've humiliated myself. I don't even think I'll fit on this thing, but oh, this is so stupid. Oh wow, look at me. I'm like a 2-year-old again. Yay! That was really weird. Okay, I'm done with that. But anyways, that was absolutely useless and ridiculous, but anything for 500 subscribers. Anyways, like I said, this video is going to get long. I doubt anyone will even be able to see this because no one wants to watch this. But comment the fire emoji if you've made it this far. Comment the fire emoji because, yeah, anyways. So, this is going to take forever to upload. All right, next up, oh, and to edit as well. This is going to take me years to edit, but it's whatever, so. All right, right here, I have my addressable fire alarm control panels. And you're probably like, Tyler, why don't you use these? I would have 100% used these, but they're completely broken. Well, I know, I lied. This is just fine, but this panel is kind of cooked. So, yeah, here's the wiring diagram, but here's the panel. It's my IFP 1000 here. Very stiff wiring. This is 1997. Now I would use this, and I did this on a live before, but I actually tried powering this on and it didn't, and it just beeped. Didn't do anything, so. Yeah, it just needs, I think it either needs a new main board or a new CPU. I'm hoping it's a CPU, because if it's a new main board, then, like, I'm not going to be able to do that. This panel works just fine, though. And this actually used to work with this panel. This one works fine. As you can see, it's the new Fahrenheit branded one. So, and yes, I have tried to fire this up before. It does work, so. Anyways, there's that. Well, on that note, I think it's time to set off this. So I'm gonna shut the power off here, which I just killed my projector, I guess. That's probably perfectly good for it. Anyways, I'm gonna plug this in, turn it on, and then pull some alarms. So let's get right into this. All right, we've got some sketchy fire hazards here. The fire marshal would not approve of this, but it's fine. We have automatic detection devices, and I'm not gonna leave it like this. So, ear protection on, and power. That is crazy. It's gotta be the loudest. I think that's the loudest it's gotten here. I should have brought my sound meter, my decimal meter, but I didn't. I guess we'll reset. And yes, I am wearing ear protection. I'm actually wearing the headphones that you would use at a shooting range. Ear protection on, so we are good there. And I think that was very, very needed today, because with this horn and then with that horn, it's just too much. So there, we will set up this one here. Reset the panel. Close that. And yeah, so that's gonna do it for today. I'd like to thank everyone for watching this 500 subscriber special. And I will see you guys in the next video. You know it. Peace out.